Hello, welcome back to the channel. As previously mentioned in my last video, I want to show you how to make a 9-patch quilt block very easily without having to cut the squares out and sew them together. That's what a 9-patch looks like. And yeah, this is the easiest way. I found this out from Jenny at the Missouri Star Quilt Company. If you're looking to get into quilting at all, head over there, because honestly the way she teaches things is just so simple, and it encourages you to have a go at it. I don't think, if I'd never found her, I don't think I ever would have given quilting a go, but she does make it that simple. So right, this is what you need. You need 2.5 strips, 2.5 inch strips. Sorry, I'll start again. You need 1 2.5 inch strip of patterned fabric or coloured or whatever, and then you need 2.5 inch strips. Then you need 2 patterned strips and 1 plain, and you'll see why in a minute. Yeah, so basically strips of fabric that are 2.5 inches wide. So what you do first of all is you get your 2 strips of white and you put them either side of your patterned fabric. Then you'll turn the white, you'll put the white on top of the patterned, like that, so it butts up at the edge, and then put it onto your sewing machine. Crikey, I don't know what I'm doing today. I never know what I'm doing. So you put it onto your sewing machine and you'll sew 1/4 inch seam all the way down. I hope this isn't too loud. It's pretty loud, to be honest. Hopefully the video isn't picking up too bad. So then you've got the patterned and the white sewn together, and you put it down like that, and then you'll get your other strip of white. You put that on the side and then sew down that side. Again, 1/4 inch seam allowance, which is standard in quilting. Just sew that all the way down the edge. Keep stopping to make sure it's on the edge. I'm not too bothered about this, to be honest. I really am just making this for video purposes, although I won't throw it away because I don't like throwing anything away. And you never know, it might come in handy for something. Who knows? So then you've got that. So you've got your white on the outside, that's pulled somehow. Again, it doesn't matter really. And then you've got your patterned fabric in the middle. Then you'll get your other 3 strips, and you'll do the same thing but with the patterned fabrics on the outside. So you'll put that on there, right sides together obviously. And sew all the way down the side again. I love this new machine. I've had it since before Christmas, but haven't really used it. I mean, I used it before Christmas and I made a pinafore that I wore for Christmas Day. I made a Christmas stocking for my granddaughter, and I made a advent calendar for her. Okay, so we've got the strip of pattern fabric that's now sewn on to the strip of white. So you're going to put your other strip, your last strip of pattern fabric, onto the white. Put it under your needle and then sew down that side so that you've got your white in the middle and your two patterned fabrics on the outside. Keep lining that up, make sure it's lined up. So now you've got your patterned on each side, your white in the middle, and then your other strip is the whites on the outside, the colour in the middle. Now then, what you do next is, now I would normally iron this, but I'm not going to because I haven't got my iron set up. And but as I say, it's more for, you know, showing you how to do it than anything. So I'm just going to straighten this edge off because it's gone a bit skew with, and you know, that's normal. Just going to straighten that off. And then what you're going to do is you're going to turn it round and you're going to cut 2.5 inch strips. So there's one. As I say, you wouldn't normally have ironed that, that'd be flat. So line it up with the 2.5 inch mark on your ruler. Cut it again. Oh, that hasn't quite gone. And then you'll just carry on really until you've cut all of these into 2.5 inch strips. Right, so I'll do the other one now. I'll do some of it at least. There's no need to do all of it, just to show you how. I'm hoping you can hear this. I really need to set my microphone up. Again, this really could do with ironing, but I'll best straighten that edge off. I've got a very dry mouth. It's always quite dry, don't know why, but it's so annoying, especially when I try and do a video and I've got a cotton mouth and it's really difficult to talk. Okay, so I've straightened that edge off now, and I'm going to put this back on. Oh, I'll say straightened it off. That doesn't look straight, but I think it's more to do with how it's laid than anything. But again, I'm not too concerned because, you know, this is just for demonstration purposes. So you line it up again, 2.5 inches. Cut that off. And we'll do another one, even though I only really need one. Cut it off. Put your blade away every time you put your rotary cutter down. So now we've got so do you see now you've got your 9 inch, you've got your 9 patch. Oh, you would be able to see if I actually had it in view, wouldn't you? So right, so now I'm going to put those right sides together, and even though I haven't ironed the seams, they've automatically gone to one side. So what you want to do is you need to nest your seams. So you put that there like that, then it's not bulky when you sew through it, because, you know, bearing in mind there's a few layers of fabric there now. So You'll nest that seam, you'll put it back underneath your sewing machine, and then you'll sew those together. Just keep an eye on the edge, make sure you're on the edge, and especially when you get to that seam, make sure that the seams are still nested nicely. That one's gone funny. And the same with this other seam down here. So you just want to sew that together. So now you've got bits. So then you would get your other strip and do the same thing on the other side. So you'll line that up, you'll line the patterned up with the white, and you'll nest those seams together, right sides together, and yeah, just stop if you have to. Make sure those seams are nested and you know, nice and placed. Sew down that side again. Stop to make sure your seams are going different ways. Sew down the side. And there you have it. There is your 9 patch. See how easy that is? I mean, it's brilliant. It really is. It's the thought of sewing little squares together. And yeah, it's a simple block, but it does look effective. Especially if you use, sometimes I'll do it the other way, so that I've got the middle one, I've got 2 of those on the outside, and then I've got 1 of these on the inside. But like, if you make it like this, you make all of them like this, and then you put a white square block between them, it makes a nice Irish chain quilt. So yeah, that's it. There you have it. That's how you make a simple 9 patch block. I'm by no means an expert. I'm not, even though I've just showed you how to do it, I'm not calling myself a teacher or anything like that. It's just something that I know. And when I saw someone making a 9 patch and sewing the squares together, it just, oh God, it made me feel like I wish they knew, like, you know, how much simpler it is to do it this way. So yeah, that's it for now. I've got to cut that quilt that I was telling yesterday that I'm making, the baby quilt. I've got all of those cut out. I need to cut 24 6-inch squares out of the white fabric, and then I can start piecing it and sewing it together. I can put it down somewhere flat, see how I want it to go, and then sew it together. So yeah, that's it from me. But yeah, how to make a simple 9 patch quilt block. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.